November 24th, 2008. First item on the agenda tonight is public input. Anybody has any input from the public, please? Okay, come on up to the table here. Hi. How are you?
Thank you. Christine Davis, Spruce Road. I'll be brief. I know we have a lot on the agenda. I'm here tonight both as a parent and teacher in the North Reading public school system. I know that later on this evening, the school committee will be addressing and reviewing the newly drafted religious observance policy. I would simply ask the school committee to please consider the following: that all faiths are equally represented from the community, regardless of whether or not these individuals and families choose to voice their opinions in a public forum, and to respect the need for meaningful education to occur on a continuous basis. Thank you for allowing me to speak this evening.
It's the first reading of the policy.
Yes.
I think I know I have some questions, and I think there'll be a good amount of discussion tonight, and we'll also take, obviously, your input into consideration, because they're actually two of the things that I have questions with or about, so we'll be discussing that. I don't know when we'll get to it, though. So.
I understand, and I just wanted to, to thank you for the opportunity, and, I just have a twofold representation as
Right.
both a parent and a teacher, and I thought that my voice should just be out there.
Okay. Great.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris.
Stay, Christine, for this?
I'm sorry, I'm not, unfortunately, but I'll be watching, so, like
All
your
right.
brother, right? I'll be watching, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
We're live tonight, are we?
Oh, we're not live.
No,
tape, yeah.
it's a tape. The internet is down. Our network
Okay.
is down. So.
Okay. Well, I speak with Dr. Troughton, as he can attest to,
You'll see
on a
him.
regular basis.
Yes.
So I'm sure he'll keep me abreast of the situation.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Anybody else? Anyone else for public input? Okay. Next, we'd like to move to our student report. We have Jonathan Murray, who I believe is our class of 2011 representative. Jonathan?
For the student report, the girls volleyball team recently made it to the state championship, but unfortunately lost to Millis. We'll give them a second. The Massacres Club put on the show The Fantastics last Friday and Saturday. It was very well attended. And pep rally is this Wednesday, and immediately following is the Powder Puff game between the junior class girls and the senior class girls. And leading up this week, the student councils put on a Spirit Days. So last Thursday they started off with 80s Days, so everyone dressed up as if they were in the 80s. Friday was Boston Sports Day, today was Mismatch Monday, and tomorrow's Class Color Day, so every class wears a specific color on blue tomorrow. The eco team at the high school recently went to Woburn High School, where they put on an eco fair, which was a lot of businesses who are involved in eco-friendly products, and they put on a fashion show wearing eco-friendly clothes. Travis Roy recently spoke to the high school students and parents. There was a teenage drinking forum on October 10th, and the follow-up meeting is on December 15th, and there's parent conferences tonight at the high school. The Interact Club is having a craft night with eMark in December, and that's one of their events they do with eMark, and they've had a Halloween dance, and they're doing open night gyms throughout the year. Winter sports start next Monday, December 1st, and the cheerleaders, they recently placed 8th at the States. The football game, the Thanksgiving game, is versus Linfields in Linfield this year, and report cards were just issued. And for student work, I was going to talk a little bit about my financial management project. I kind of printed out the rules to the project, but it's a stock market project.
Good, we could use your help, so. Things aren't going too well.
My disclaimer, don't use any of my advice. Use your own discretion.
All right.
But it's a stock market competition, and each group, there's about groups of 3 or 4, and we get $100,000, and we have to invest, strategically invest in what we think will make the most money, and this runs through May 31st. And throughout the year, the beginning of the year, we started with career planning, like how to write a cover letter, a resume, interviewing, and then budgeting, like your income and expenses, and then we started with investing, so how to determine risk, return, and liquidity, and different types of investments, so savings, checkings, mutual funds, stocks, CDs, bonds, real estate, and collectibles. And now we're kind of doing how the stock market works, what to look for when you're investing in a specific company, and what you really what you look for a good investment. So things like EPS, earnings per share, or beta, or market capitalization. Those are kind of things we're looking at, and these are kind of the rules. And throughout the year, we have to manage our portfolio on Excel, and we can make 16 trades, and whoever accumulates the most money in the end, or has the best investment, they get 5 extra points on their fourth quarter grade.
So the name of this class is financial management is the name of the class?
Financial management, yeah. And
I think we'd be better off betting on football games.
Yeah, well, if you, now, are you part of the national competition also, or is this just a local?
this is just in our class.
Okay.
So I did this last year. I took Introduction to Business, which was kind of a broad overview of what we're studying now, and we did about a month of this in a small scale. And now this is throughout the year. This is kind of the main focus of the class, kind of equities and stocks and how to read the stock market.
Good. Any other questions for John? Great, thanks a lot. Okay, next, school building projects. David?
Just really 2 updates. One, that the statement of interest on North Reading High School, the revised statement of interest on North Reading High School was submitted to the Mass School Building Authority. And so we got in by the revision date of November 15th. MSBA is now going to be looking at all of the either revised statement of interest or new ones that were submitted in this last round and determine where their priorities are going to be. The middle school statement of interest was not reviewed or not revised, and hopefully in the future we'll have an opportunity to do that. We could only select one. The other report is in terms of the Batchelder School project, and the final audit of eligible cost has been received. And out of the, according to MSBA, out of the total project cost of $18,440,211, the grant portion was $15,530,255. So out of the total project, they will determine how much is eligible for funding. And then they apply, or MSBA applies, the reimbursement rate, which for North Reading is slightly over 50%, actually 50.11% to be exact. And that yields a total reimbursement of $8,291,947, of which we know that we've received one $5 million check and recently a $2 million check, and that will leave a balance of about $1,800,000. And that should be coming soon. I know the town's finance director, Joe Tassoni, was over to the office today, meeting with Carl and with me, getting final signatures, because he was notified this morning that there is a MSBA board meeting today, and they hope to take that final vote. We've reviewed the ineligible costs, because there is a list of, out of that total project, which you don't have that entire list, but it's $1,892,722. I think it's listed on the recap sheet, but I have the list of all the individual items that were not eligible, and they're very MSBA is very detailed. There are about a dozen reasons for ineligibility. Just to recap that, out of that $1.892 million, $960,000 was not reimbursable expense, and this was due to the demolition work. Demolition does not fall under the scope of MSBA. $280,000 was not reimbursed for septic systems. Septic systems are not reimbursable under MSBA, under the new regs. And then $260,000 was also was deemed not reimbursable. And this was the amount connected with the roof, the slate and copper roof. And that portion of the roof was not reimbursable, $260,000. So that's altogether, that represents about 1.4 million out of the 1.892 that was deemed ineligible. The rest of it, most of it has to do with the relocation expenses, moving, other payroll associated, legal issues, utilities that we paid for at the central school, the transportation costs, all of that is not
And
reimbursed.
for the record, we were pretty much aware of that when we started this
Oh,
project. So
absolutely.
We knew that most of these costs would be reimbursed.
Right.
Actually, we didn't know if anything would be reimbursable. We knew that if they were
Well, right.
reimbursable,
Right.
those costs
Exactly.
would not be.
Right.
We went into it thinking none were gonna be reimbursed.
Exactly.
If you
Even
said
it-
1.8,
yeah, it's about
it's about
1.3.
1.3, I think,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Because
1.3
5 and
million
2 is
left.
7 million.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Of those three items?
No,
No, I think that we received 5 and 2, that's 7.
Right.
And the total is 8,291,000. So that'd be about what, 1.3
1.3
million?
left.
I'm sorry.
You said it was 1.8 coming, we have 1.8 more to come in.
It's about 1.3.
1.3, right?
Okay, it's 1.892 of ineligible costs.
Right,
yeah.
we have about 1.3 million left to receive from the state.
Approximately, right.
And we're hoping to get that
Soon,
Great.
I would hope so. As I said, the board meeting was today.
Well, again, even though that's our money in a way, because we all pay state taxes, at least it's everybody at the state paying that, so we're paying a much smaller percentage. So to get 8.3 million for a school that I think initially we were wondering if we were gonna get anything reimbursed is a great victory for the town. And it's a testament to the hard work that all of the administrators put in, our state representative and state senator, and Joe Tassoni, and thank everybody for the work they put in to get that money. And again, just to remind everybody, that money doesn't go to the budget, so it doesn't mean that we now have an $8.3 million windfall that we can start spending over the next few years. That goes directly to reimburse the borrowing for the batch. And actually, I should have skipped over the agenda. We have several guests tonight, and so I don't get accused of playing favorites. I'm just gonna go in order that they're on the agenda here. So we'll skip a couple of our items. We'll move to new business. We have a couple reports. First one is from Wayne Hardiker, our building maintenance, our supervisor of buildings. Wayne gives us an annual report, lets us know what's falling down, what's standing up,
It's all
what's gonna
standing
break
up.
soon, what's been fixed.
Nothing's falling down.
All right.
Thank you, it's nice to be here. Thank the superintendent for inviting me to do my annual state of the buildings. I like to think I speak for the buildings because they don't speak for themselves, so.
The way they do speak for themselves.
You all have a sheet, I guess. 21 employees, 15 custodians. Of the 21, 15 custodians, 2 grounds workers, 2 7D rated van drivers, and 2 maintenance employees. One of our key maintenance employees, Ron Dyer, has been with us 35-plus years. Is recovering from back surgery. And to fill the gap on a temporary basis, we have enlisted one of our custodial staff who's pretty handy to help out, and he's doing a pretty good job. He's doing a very good job, in fact. And not on this sheet, one of our other employees, first shift custodian at the little school, just had hip replacement surgery. He'll be out for probably 3 months. So we've shifted a second shift custodian from the middle school to the little school first shift, and we're filling the void with very, very, very limited overtime to fill the 40-hour void at this school, which is a full-time second shift, probably 30,000 square foot area to clean every day. And we're doing it with various people. It's working very well so far. An example of what our custodial did to help us out, with Mr. Dyer being out, the modular classrooms at the little school